Now, the lovely Danny is here in studio and he has brought an array of coats with him. And I was just saying to Danny during the ad break, just as well it wasn't last week, Danny, because your winter coats would have looked a bit out of season last week, because we still had summer last week.
We did, yeah.
But there's a definite nip in the air now.
Oh, there is. I'd say there's almost a touch of frost.
Almost.
Yeah.
So it's all about coats this week.
It is all about coats. I suppose we need to be starting to look, and as I have said before, the early bird catches the worm, and now's the best time to go looking for your winter coat. There's so many different shapes, sizes, colours, and actually, believe it or not, stitching as well. There is illusion stitching going on. Even though they might be lightly quilted, there is still, the designers are coming up with clever way to guide the body or make the body look a bit better in the winter coats. And this would be an example of it there. Hopefully I'm showing it off right. The illusion, as you can see, just under the armpits, it brings in the body like an hourglass compared to an ordinary coat where you would just have the plain, or jacket, where you would have the plain stitching going across. Sometimes that can add a bit of bulk to people.
That's the problem with those coats, isn't it?
Yeah.
And why is it a good idea to go coat shopping now? Will you get the good stuff now?
You get the good stuff
before
now.
It sells
and
out.
You get the choices. It's the choice is the problem, and getting the coat to suit your body as well, your body shape and also your height, where this one here would be more for a petite person. And when I mean petite, is short. Even though you might have a bit of weight, it is getting the right length. Because like with any jacket or anything, or shirt, if you get a short petite jacket, it won't cut the legs off yourself. And if you're short, and if you get the wrong length, you can make yourself look shorter. It's getting all choice now, answering the question.
Okay, so just to nail that down, somebody who's not very tall should get a winter coat that comes down as far as where on their...
Again, maybe depending just about their top of their hips would be a good place, or just below it. But going for something that would be a bit longer, like this jacket, that would put them all out of proportion.
Okay, so a very long jacket is not a good idea.
Not really. And if they were going for a longer one, that they would go just below the knee to keep it in proportion.
So the first thing you probably need to decide before you go buying a coat is have a look in the mirror and decide your height and body shape.
Your shape, yes. And again, also look at what colour suits you, because this year you have the likes of this and you wouldn't know whether to lick it or to wear it, because this is called, sorry, did I come out and say that? This is like, they're calling this brown sugar, but it's almost like, I would nearly call it like a light ginger
it's
bread.
kind of a honey colour.
Yeah, other people see different colours in it because the way the light kind of shines. But again, it is just such a good colour. Blondes, everyone can wear this as well. And again, it has the hood. But it's just one of those, just because it's winter, you don't have to go for your boring navy or black. You can go for the honey colour or the brown sugar, or as you say, the honey. And again, they're lovely greens. Like this is, you have your forest green, which is this shade, which goes with everything again.
That shows the length of that. That's quite long. Oh no, it's not long.
It's not overly long, but again, this would have the illusion stitching again here at the side and at the back. So it doesn't, even though it is lightly padded, it is super warm. But it also gives you that lovely shape. But the greens are just lovely. It'll go with your blacks, your navy trousers, your navy skirts. It'll also go with brown that's very much in. And the brown that's coming in is more of a chocolate brown colour. Now, this is a bit more padded again, but it has a bit of illusion going on with the diamonds. And the other thing to watch as well, if you're a bit hippie, is invisible zips are brilliant, because sometimes if they're not invisible, they just might show off your hips at the wrong place if you have big hips. even with a coat. It's all these tricks to make you look slimmer.
Yeah, because I'm always a little bit apprehensive about those padded jackets, because you are afraid they'll make you look like the Michelin Man.
Yes. But again, when you're going with some of these jackets, they have put in the time to take away that Michelin Man effect as well. This is nicknamed the duvet as well. Because
super warm.
It is. You would be as a bug in a rug, snug. But again, just to show you the colours, so we're going from a chocolate brown, and then we're going all the ways to your pink. And this would be a bit lighter as well. But again, some people, depending on the stages that they're at in life, sometimes the lighter coat will survive for the tropical moments as
that's
well.
lovely, no, but to me, that doesn't look as warm as the others.
Even though 'tis 10, it is warm, but it wouldn't be as warm as the others, you're dead right, because the filling is a bit lighter. In this one as well, what they have put in is they've put in extra warmth. It looks as if it is a down jacket, but it's not, but it would have the same heat. And it's machine washable as well.
Okay.
You know?
So all those coats, I suppose you would loosely term them, they're casual coats, really.
They're casual,
yeah.
But again, I suppose, dare I say it, since COVID, people want a jacket. They're investing in money, and this is an everyday jacket. And that's what they want now. They don't want the wool coat anymore. Number one, the wool coat may not be as waterproof as these. It's an all-rounder. If you're going to a football match, the duvet cover would be brilliant in another couple of weeks. And it depends on your lifestyle as well in picking the jacket for you.
And of course, you can dress up a lot of those coats too with a nice scarf or a nice woolly hat.
You can quite easy. Which one do I pick? Say with the likes of this, you can maybe go a bit of an orange colour to pop it. Quite easy if that's what you want to do. Or again, what is lovely as well is the likes of these checkered scarves that are all in at the moment. There's a bit of wool in them.
With and the pom-poms at the end. Oh, they're fabulous.
But even the pom-poms, what this is a bit, I like bringing a bit of novelty as well. You can take them off when you're washing them because they're on big nappy pins, safety pins but again, you can take them off, but you can turn them around different ways if you need a safety pin in a hurry, and it does come in handy. But again, you can play around with the different colours. Like with this green, it picks up the green that's in the scarf. And again, you can also have fun, is what I'd say when it comes down to it. You can put your green hat with that as well. It's a different shade. It's easy to mix and match. And again, if you're not into the wool, if you're more into your bit of an animal print, as they say.
Which is still very much in.
It is. It's going nowhere. Beth Lynch effect is still going on for decades.
Our Cat from EastEnders.
Cat is after getting rid of a lot of it now. She's after taming it down. The skirts might be getting a bit shorter, but she's going plain colours.
Actually, that just to describe to the listeners, that's a beautiful scarf now, and that really brightens up that green coat that you've shown us.
It does. It has a stripe of green on it, a real designer inspired, but also it has that lovely contrast, that lovely red coming through as well to give it a lift. So again, you could also put, to make it just that bit more matchy, you can put the red hat to pick up on the...
Yeah, and if you're a fan of Mayo football, it's an ideal outfit with the red and green.
It is.
Danny, we're going to have to go to a break in a second, but just remind people, those are all from Anbury's, are they?
They're all from Anbury's, this lot here.
Now, Danny, actually, before we move on, do I see at the back of the railing that you've brought into us this afternoon, is there a patterned coat in the middle of all the plain coloured ones?
There is.
Yeah, that's a little bit more out there, I suppose, is it?
It is, but again, I suppose this is showing the khaki greens that are in, and again, a mixture of that brown sugar and honey colour as well that I had shown earlier. This is slightly padded, but it's 100% waterproof as well. So you have your waterproof 100%, but you also have a bit of warmth which you normally don't get with warm waterproof jackets.
Yeah, that's true.
And look, when you're out walking as well in the rain, at least you'll be seen in it.
You will. It's an investment piece, isn't it?
Yeah, an investment.
Yeah.
It's a lovely, lovely.
And did you say that in recent years people are more inclined to go for those paddedy jackets rather than, the smart wool coat?
Yeah, they are. Again, the wool coat takes a lot of maintenance with it as well, and it needs to go to the dry cleaners. These ones don't. So once you have paid out for it, there's no more outlay to it.
Yeah, and they wash well too.
They wash extremely well. But then again, with some of them, as I would say, put in a tennis ball with them and it'll fluff it up again nicely and give them a good shake. And all the padding that's in it will fall nice again.
And where in the washing machine would you put the tennis ball now?
Anywhere in the middle of it.
Okay.
It's a way of, it hits off the fabric and moves the
padding.
This padding around to the right place. I know some of it, if it's over, you might have to give it a good shake upside down. But again, a lot of the manufacturers, when it comes to the stitching again, they kind of keep it into their own bit of a pad or whatever, if it goes through. But if it doesn't.
Do you find that in the last few days, the last 24 or 48 hours, now that it's gotten a little bit colder, are people coming in looking for coats?
Today, the first thing they were saying this morning, where are your coats?
Oh, really?
And they're right in front of you. They're coming in and not seeing them. Again, there was a nip. I even had a lady that came in, and she came in with short sleeves, and she go, oh, I didn't realise it was so thin. Have you something for me? And I said, yeah. And the coat she was going for, I kind of went, that'll drag you down a bit. Maybe this one. And she goes, yeah, you know my body better than I know myself. But she got such a shock that it had got so cold, even from yesterday.
Yeah.
Like I had the aircon on in the shop yesterday. This morning I had the heating. You can get the nip in the air.
This is it.
But again, it's amazing how fashion and the weather go hand in hand. If they're too warm, they want something that's reasonable so that they can... they don't feel the heat, and vice versa when it comes to the cold weather.
Layering is the only thing for us with Irish weather. Just keep layering.
But at the moment we seem to have gone, we're missing that in between season, and it's gone straight into the winter.
Yeah, because like it was 20, 22 degrees in some places just a week ago, and now this weekend is going to plummet.
Even the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, and even Monday was 23, 22, and now we're going down to about 10, or if it feels even like 5 at the moment. I could be wrong,
Okay, well, let's move on from coats, because you want to talk about the glitz, and again, people will give out that we're talking about Christmas, but if you don't buy your bit of glitz for, in the next week or 10 days or whatever, the good stuff could be gone by Christmas, for your Christmas party.
Yeah, it could be for the Christmas party, and I suppose this year the manufacturers have pushed out the boat with a bit more glitz and the bit more glam, whether it be in a dress or a jumpsuit or a two-piece or a mock twin set. But if I don't warn people of it, they'll be giving out, oh, they missed it, oh, how'd you do it in the first place? This is going to prove it's out there. And even with other shops, I know there's one shop that actually had them in for the last 6 weeks, their dressy stuff. And I'm not talking about my shop at that stage either, because I've got some in this week, I got some in last week. There is more coming in between here and the midterm. But again, after the midterm, it's all buying. There'll be very little coming in.
Yeah, when they're gone, they're gone.
Yeah, when they're gone. And I hate saying it.
I know, yeah.
But again, a lot of the manufacturers are more organised now than what they were before. Even though everyone knows Christmas is coming, everyone knows there's a Christmas party, you get onto some venues, they're booked out already.
Yeah.
So why not get your wardrobe in order?
Exactly. So sparkles and glitz.
Sparkles, a bit of lace. And again, even with the sparkles, this is a purple sparkly sleeve, almost a kimono style. So it isn't, what will I say, it's not fuddy-duddy, it's trendy. Anyone can wear this, a young person or an old person. But then we have the bit of lace going inside.
Is that all one piece?
No, it's a two-piece.
Oh, it's a two-piece. So that's like
sleeveless, a cami.
A cami.
And like, what will I say?
It is almost like a kimono, isn't it?
It is a kimono style. It's very easy to wear, but the the sleeves are just, they've gone, you'll be seen in it, let's put it that way. You have your purples, you have your royal purples, you have a bit of gold, a bit of silver coming off there in the discs as well. But it's just something that's easy to wear with a plain black dress, even though we've a cami here, or you can go all dressy up and go your chiffon trousers, like these fellas here, that have a slit at the end of them. How elegant is that?
Beautiful.
And as you walk, it's a vision that floats, as they say. And again, these are ideal for anyone that would have big thighs or whatever. It just floats over the legs. So when you put the two of them together, it's just an ideal outfit.
Okay.
Do you know?
What else have you got for us, sparkles-wise?
Sparkles, I have, where is it? I have a fantastic jumpsuit. I did bring it, didn't I? Yeah.
Yeah, tell me, jumpsuits. I mean, is there an age cut-off point? And I know you hate questions like that.
I won't put an age on it.
Okay.
Again, it depends on the attitude of the person that's wearing it. The biggest question normally that we'll get is, how easy is it to get the jumpsuit off? This isn't black now, it's a navy, which is a nice change. But it's what's over this jumpsuit. It ties up with a zip here at the back. I know not everyone can reach the back and zip it. It's as easy as a dress. But I know some of you women go to the toilets in packs, or you'll meet someone to have a chat with, and they would oblige you by taking it up. Yeah, yeah. Do you know, where us men do it different, we'd never go in packs. We might meet them on the way out of the toilet, but you women seem to, you going to a toilet? It's as if you're having a private conversation about us men.
Never,
now
Danny,
I'm going to be killed for it, yeah. Do you see what he's wearing? Huh?
Say to him.
Yeah. But again, you have the lovely V-neck, which is very flattering. But again, look at the sleeves in this. They come out slightly. So it's just so pleasing to the eye, and it's so comfortable. Look at even the legs there. There's a small bit of stretch. But again, they're wide. But it's dressy without... You wouldn't need anything else with that. Only your shoes and your handbag.
And you're good to go.
And you're good to go.
You better say a quick hello to Mary in Cremon, because just bear with me 1 second. Mary is from Cremon, but she is currently listening to us in... Just 1 second now until I see. She's currently listening to us in La Chebernac in central France.
Oh, lovely.
I'm probably pronouncing that completely incorrectly. And Mary from Cremon says, no need for winter coats here. So, Mary, I'm delighted you're listening to us. I'm not going to attempt to pronounce that place again, La Chaber, wherever you are in central France. But lucky you, Mary.
I'm glad you're pronouncing it rather than me, or they'll find out they won't be in France at all, somewhere else.
Caller Danny has a wedding next June, and she has a dark green dress. She wonders, would the colour be okay for a wedding in June, and how could she accessorise it? Dark green sounds a bit dark for June, does it?
No, it depends. If it is a bottle green, all you have to do is add on your bit of gold.
Okay.
Say like a headband like this, or a headpiece. Again, maybe a lovely gold wrap over would be lovely with it, and of course the gold shoe and handbag will brighten it up straight away. And then a statement necklace. Because of it being dark, don't worry. If you're comfortable with it and it fits you and you feel good in it, wear it.
We don't have a lot of time left, Danny, but we've had a few queries from people about Christmas weddings, which have become very popular. Any suggestions for those?
Again, you'd swear I knew the call was coming in. This is a lovely green lacy dress as well.
Love the colour.
Yeah, it's not a bottle, or it isn't a khaki, it's somewhere in the middle. But what's lovely about this dress is there's a belt, you can belt it if you wish, but also it has that long see-through sleeve,
which gives it a dressy feel.
Yeah, and makes it a bit lighter. But again, I'm getting a lot of people now thinking of Christmas, and there's a lovely halter neck to this at the front, and then there's a lovely V at the back, so it brings in a bit of detail into the dress. But what is lovely with it, if you want to winterise it,
that's beautiful.
the Faith for over it. Now I put grey with the green, but you can also, there's a lovely minky colour after coming out, and look at that, how elegant is that? I know it would be better if I had a model modelling it. It just gives a bit of old Hollywood glam.
Ideal for a winter wedding.
Yeah, it's just ideal. And then you could add maybe something like that as well, and you're away with it. It's just so easy. But the jumpsuits, and again, the other thing while I'm here is the mock twin sets. And these are these fellas here. They're easy to wear, so comfortable, and you don't have to be adjusting your inside top with these. This one is one piece, but you can see
looks like
the
two.
lovely. It looks like two.
Yeah.
Plus you have the cuffs of the sleeves, just mirroring the same material that's in. Lovely, easy to wear, glamorous, walk around, comfortable, put a trousers with that.
And to take you anywhere.
Yeah, it would take you anywhere. But again, for the winter weddings, this would be ideal. This is one that's beaded with gold, depending on your colouring. And again, the same thing with your chiffon trousers would be ideal. Or again, you can go for your slinky trousers under it as well.
Super.
When you walk.
Danny, we've got to go because we're out of time. But before we go, a caller rang up to say that she met you this morning and she'd like to pass on a compliment. She says, Danny, you're looking great. You're a very kind man who freely offers advice and help. And the caller would like to thank you for being you.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you.
So if you want to get more of Danny, and I know lots of you can't get enough of Danny, why not log on to Facebook tonight and go on to the Talk About Facebook page, and you'll find a video showing you all the coats, all the lovely glitzy styles for Christmas, and some of the ideas for Christmas weddings as well. Danny, thank you as always.
Thank you.
And we look forward to chatting to you next month.
The listeners for listening.